Welcome to Comfort Zone, a podcast all about pushing your host, outside of their comfort zone. I'm Christopher Lawley, and each week I am joined by two incredible co-hosts. As always, I'm joined by Matt Birchler. Matt, how are you doing?
Chris, I've been out of my comfort zone all freaking week, and it'll all make sense once we get to the challenge.
Oh.
Thank you, Niléane.
No, thank you, your wife.
I basically haven't been able to use my phone this week for reasons. And we're also joined by challenge giver and destroyer of phones, Niléane.
Hello, I am accompanied by, now is a good time to place the full screen, by my cat. Here, look. She's got ears, she's a cat, and fur, and she doesn't care, just like a cat. So there you go.
Yeah, both of you guys leave your doors open while we record, so animals come in and out. Like,
no, actually, I leave my door closed. She opens the door.
Oh,
I don't know how cats do that. I've heard several stories of cats. My sister-in-law's cat hurls his body against the wall or against the door until you open it for it.
Danielle's cat knows how to open the pantry door. Like if it's not latched all the way, like even if it's just like partially there, but not if it's not 100% latched, Danielle's cat knows how to open the pantry door and get to her dry food.
Wow.
Yeah, and then she eats it like a gopher, where she picks up a bunch of it in her mouth, takes it out of the pantry, drops it on the kitchen floor, and then eats it.
So
my dog does this sometimes too.
So smart.
Anyways,
we have sliding doors here.
Oh.
So our cat, she just does this on the door until it opens slightly, and then she can just insert her head to pull it all the way.
Wow.
Well, that has been Pet Corner on
Yay.
Comfort Zone. Let's get into some tiny topics. I don't know. I think Niléane put both these things in here. So
Yes, it's people. So there are, fun fact, boys, real people listen to us, and sometimes they write things to us. It's crazy.
why?
I don't know. I don't get it.
Yeah.
So on Mastodon, I don't know what your name is. Your pseudonym is Alien Lebarge. Sure. Nice pseudonym. They wrote in, if there's anything about public transportation that works, of course, Fairtick is from Switzerland. So Fairtick, it is the app that I talked about as part of the challenge last week. The challenge was, let's use a European app. So I used Fairtick, which is a ticketing app for public transit. And I said wrongly that the app was German, but actually it's Swiss. So Matt, this is following you around.
It's easy to make mistakes with the Swiss. I don't know.
I mean, both of you guys are going to be banned from going to Switzerland now.
Yeah, I've been there already, so it's okay.
If we do a Switzerland live show, it's just going to be me sitting up on the podium by myself.
We'll be on those iPads on wheels.
Somebody else wrote in, Paul, left a comment on YouTube. So people, not only some people listen to us, other people, they watch us. Crazy stuff. So Paul wrote in some feedback about the ball, the big ball. This is the mascot now of the show, the big ball. They wrote, I've got 3 big balls now. So for context, the big ball is the accessory, the gadget that Chris bought as part of a challenge. It's a big ball of LEDs that it emits soft lighting that you can color. It's RGB. This is the Eve flare. So they say, I've got 3 big balls now, got them discounted over a few years. They make great light mood lights. The light is perfectly diffused over the whole surface, so it's very easy on the eye. I was wondering about that, Chris, actually, last week, because since it was clipping a lot of it on video, what was like in real life.
It is very soft light. I think it's clipping because I have my studio lights in here to get light on me, which we're also putting light onto the ball, but the ball was also emitting light. So it was going to be very hard for it not to be clipping when my camera settings are set up to make me look good.
Yeah.
it's all cameras and settings and stuff like that. But the big ball in real life, very soft lighting, very pleasant. It can get really dim. It doesn't get super, super bright. Like it's not going to, like you can't just use it to be the only source to light up a room.
Okay, that's nice. Yeah, they keep writing with HomeKit automations, any delay doesn't matter because yours was Chris, yours was struggling to keep up when you were changing the colors.
Yeah, I was manually changing this stuff while we were recording. A HomeKit automation, wouldn't really matter.
Yeah. They said, although mine react way quicker than yours, and they wonder, is your thread network okay, Chris?
To be fair, I need to look into that because I haven't really done thread stuff since I changed my routers because I've been punting doing the whole smart home stuff in this new house because not only do I not live alone now, I have Danielle, which she's not a super technical person, but Danielle's mom also stays with us a lot, and she's very much not a technical person. So I'm going to have to, when I do get to smart home stuff, I'm going to have to make sure like it works with light switches and all the regular stuff too. So it's going to be a whole thing. So I've kind of been punting that down the road. I just haven't been wanting to deal with it.
Yeah, and I think Thread, it falls back to Bluetooth, doesn't it?
I think so. I think
something
you're right.
like that. So yeah, if it falls back to Bluetooth, then yeah, it's it's not great. They said my two negatives about the big balls still are limitations with the color palette. They can't go extremely bright or extremely dim, and the HomeKit color picker won't let you pick the exact hue that you want, and colors don't match very well. Full-on red in a HomeKit is kind of a pinky orange, whereas if you press the button on the E flare itself, it can cycle to a proper red, so that's a bit strange. So something in the software in a HomeKit makes it difficult to select the colors you want. Thank you, people, for listening to us and reacting.
No, we do appreciate it. We love the feedback.
Yes.
Let's get in the main show.
Yeah.
All right. I'm first up in the document, and I want to talk about an app that has basically taken over the App Store, despite what a certain car dealership owner and says. It is possible to get a brand new app to the top of the App Store. I want to talk about Focus Friend by Hank Green. This is a new kind of like ADHD focus timer app, and there are a million of these on the App Store. There, you can just type focus timer or ADHD app or whatever you want, and there's a million of these. But this one is different. First off, this one is actually sticking for me. A lot of these timer apps, I will try them, and I just don't like I'm like, I don't want to waste a whole screen dedicated to this thing. Like, it just doesn't work for me. But this one has amazing art. I've been using it on my iPad, so let me pull it up here. That's going to be clipping too. Let's turn down the brightness. So you can kind of see that this is my setup in Focus Friend, and it's kind of perfect. So you have a character, and it's a bean. Like your character is a bean, and you can name your character. Mine is Harry. I should ask you, have either of you tried this app yet?
No.
I have. Chris, I am using it right now.
Oh, okay. So Matt, what is the name of your bean?
I actually forget. I used the default name, whatever that was. I thought it was cute.
I'm sorry, Matt. Can you show us your screen once again?
That was my lock screen.
Yeah, your lock screen. Yes.
It does have a live activity.
It's clipping.
That's very readable.
Wait for it. Oh.
To describe what I'm seeing, tell me if I'm wrong. That's a liquid glass live activity on your lock screen with white on white text.
So I will say this app is not optimized for iOS and iPadOS 26 yet.
Okay.
I will get to that. It is not optimized for that. I wouldn't take what you see on Matt's screen there, because I've seen the live activity too, and it does not look good. But it is clearly not optimized for iOS and iPadOS 26 yet.
To be clear, I want to dunk on liquid glass, not on Hank Green.
Not the topic today.
Not
We're not dunking on it today. this podcast, and if we just let this podcast go naturally, it's going to be the big ball and liquid glass hate, and that's all we're going to talk about.
And traveling in Switzerland.
That's true.
Which is okay.
Yeah, nope, we're pulling it back. So anyways, when you are using this app, you start a timer, and you basically get to pick like how long you want the timer to go, and I think it's from like 5 minutes to 2 hours is kind of the range. I've been using about an hour, but when you start, your character, the bean, my bean's name is Harry. I don't know why. I thought that was funny. I have no idea. But they start knitting, and they're knitting socks and scarves while this timer is going. And the longer the timer, the more scarves and socks that they are able to knit. And what happens is when that timer finishes, you get those socks and scarves, and you can spend that on furniture to design your office area. So let me pull mine back up. You can kind of see, it's going to clip again, auto brightness. So you can kind of see my office area. I'll put like a screenshot or something in the show notes for the audio listeners so you can kind of see it. But like I've added furniture and windows and stuff like that so you can kind of design your space. And that's kind of like this fun, whimsical thing that a lot of these timer apps haven't had, of like you kind of get a reward for filling out the timer. And if you cut the timer short, you get no scarves and no socks. So when you start a timer, if you really care about that part, you really need to think like, okay, how long am I actually going to be focusing? You can't just start a 2-hour timer, cut it short, and expect to get the rewards. You need to be able to kind of like understand like, okay, I have 30 minutes here to work. So let's just set a 30-minute timer or even like a 25-minute timer or something like that. And then you can kind of, use those rewards to design your space. You can get desks, chairs, rugs, windows, shelves. You can put stuff to put on the shelves. Like there's all sorts of different whimsical things. And the art style is gorgeous. Like I absolutely love the art style. While you have it going, actually just the whole time the app is open, there's like this lo-fi music kind of playing in the background. Matt, what do you kind of think of the lo-fi music?
I don't really listen to it myself, but it's a little strange because like you're supposed to be. I kind of turn this on and then put my phone away.
Okay.
But I guess if it's on your iPad, maybe it's a little different. I don't really know, but yeah, I haven't really used that. The cuteness is definitely the thing that's drawn me. I will die for this bean.
Yes, this bean is my ride or die. Yeah, it's fantastic. But the lo-fi music is nice. I liked it. I've been leaving it on for the most part, but there is a toggle to where you can turn it off, and you can go use your own music, whether it's lo-fi or the Nintendo Music app or whatever. Like you can go do your own thing. I just wish there was a few more tracks built into it because it's just one continuous loop of a track. And there was a day this week where I pretty much had this going almost all day long, and about halfway through the day, I was like, okay, I got to turn this off. Like it was a little too much. There is a feature in here called Deep Focus, and what this allows you to do is it allows you to essentially blocks all the apps from being open, and then you go into an allow list, so you can go in and be like, okay, I obviously want Focus Friends to be on that list. I want Obsidian. I want Mail. I want Todoist. I want Fantastical. Whatever. Like you can set up these apps, and they can still open up on your device while you have your focus timer going. And when you start a focus timer, there's a little toggle that says deep focus. You can hit it, and that's great. This is broken in iOS, in the OS 26 betas, iOS and iPad OS. This doesn't work for whatever reason. I don't know if there's an API change with this or something, but I set this up. This is so everything else I mentioned before this feature is free. You can use all that stuff for free.
You can actually this is actually free as well. I haven't paid for it, and I can still use it. What you pay for is the ability to list certain apps.
Oh,
so
okay.
You can still turn it on for free, but it only lets you use like Safari, Health, a couple apps like that. But if you want to customize what's allowed through, then you need to pay for that.
Wait, is it working for you?
It works perfectly
iOS
for me.
26?
Yeah.
That's weird. It doesn't work on my iPhone or iPad.
Yeah, like, well, you won't be able to see this, but like if I try to open YouTube, I get the screen that says you can't open YouTube right now. And so that works for me. Works on my device. as they say.
Okay.
So your results may vary.
Very weird. I have no idea why it's not working for me. It doesn't block anything. For example, I have Ivory set up that Ivory is not on the allowed list, but
You're
I
not
can
allowing
open
social media apps during your
I
deep
know,
focus
right?
time? Oh man.
I'm a monster. I'm a monster. But yeah, I can open Ivory while deep focus is enabled. So I don't know what's going on there. That's interesting. I'll have to play around with that a little more. Anyways, but like Matt was saying, the allow list is the thing that's behind the subscription, but it's like $15 a year. And if this is something that is helping you focus, $15 a year is not that much money for being able to get a lot of work done. And I've been using it this week. So the way I've been using it is on my iPad. So I'm sitting at my desk. I have my iPad plugged into my external monitor. So I'm doing my work on the external monitor. I have Obsidian or Final Cut or whatever open on the external monitor. And then off to the side, I have Focus Buddy or Focus Friend. I keep calling it Focus Buddy because I think that's a better name, but whatever. Because like the bean, like he feels like a buddy. Like Focus Friend seems very formal. Focus Buddy seems casual. Anyways, I don't know. But so I've been having that off to the side on my iPad screen. So that's where this has been living. So I can kind of see the timer. I can see Harry knitting away and doing his thing, whatever. But I have probably had one of the most focused weeks of my life thanks to this app in a long time. I've gotten so much stuff done. And it's just because, like, I see this timer of, like, okay, typically the way I've been working is I'll set up, like, an hour block of work. I'll work for an hour, and I'm like, I see the timer. I'm like, okay, I'm just working away. No big deal. I got 15 minutes left. I can keep going. Go, go, go. Timer's up. I'll take a 15-minute break, and it even has break timers built into as a feature. I can use the 15-minute break timer and, then get back to my work and stuff. I can start another hour-long timer after that.
This app is very, very cool. I dig it. Video viewers may have seen me hold my head a second ago. I'll get to that in a moment. But it's so cool. I have never used one of these apps because they don't really resonate with me. But this frickin' bean, man. He turns around. He's got a cute little butt. Like he's.
I forgot to mention that they literally gave him butt cheeks. Like it's adorable.
It's a bean with a butt, and it's lovely. It's tapping into that kind of like home like design, kind of customize your space sort of thing. But there's no way to fast, like you can't zip through it. You can't cheat your way through. I was wondering if there'd be like in-app purchases to like accelerate how fast the bean knits or something, but there's no way to do that. It's all kind of like you can get I don't know if you got one of the John Bean or the Hank Bean beans, but I don't know if that changes the appearance of your bean. I've only made a few socks, so I haven't been able to customize mine a ton yet.
So, I'll back up and say, so there's the subscription purchase for like the allow list, and I think there's a couple other features in there that you might get, but the allow list was the big thing. But there's no in-app purchases for the socks or the scarves or anything like that. The only other in-app purchases are like customizations for your actual bean. I have not bought any of those. I don't really care about those. I'm like, I'll support the app through the subscription, but then there's like the separate bean purchases, like customized character things. Those are fine. But they don't necessarily resonate for me. But yeah, like the whole like being able to customize your space and the bean is what separates this app from all the other ADHD timers. And I'm kind of curious, Niléane, as my fellow ADHDer, have you ever tried these kind of like timer apps, and do they work for you? Because in the past, they did not work for me. And so I'm kind of curious if you've ever used them.
So obviously I've tried apps like these. They never work for me. I've said it before. I think it's because I work when I embrace the chaos, it seems. And tools like these that seem kind of punitive or put restrictions in place They just hinder me in ways that I cannot comprehend, but I will not function properly if I have obstacles like this in front of me. Um, and it seems interesting that there's a bean to be used with this. I don't know. I feel like if the concept is still blocking your apps when you're focusing on something, it would also like presume that I know how to decide when I focus on something. This is not something that I do. Like when I'm able to focus on something, I will, and then when I'm not, I will not. So yeah, I don't think this fits into my life, but I'm
Gotcha.
glad that it works for you.
Yeah, I think for me, this is kind of like a way, it's like horse blinders. It's kind of a way for me to kind of like, okay, yes, there's a bunch of stuff happening out here in the world, over here on the sides. But it's a way for me to kind of just give me this tunnel view of like, but this one thing is the only thing you should be focused on. And this is how much time you need to be focused on, using to be focused with on that one thing. Matt, I kind of cut you off there. You said you mentioned you held your hand to your head, classic YouTuber face.
Right.
And you said you'd get to that. Why'd you do that?
This is completely unrelated, but I checked to see if it existed on the Mac App Store as well. It does not. But to see, I went to the top charts to see the top free apps, and it also loads the top paid apps in the same view. And the top paid app is Logic Pro. The number 3 paid app is Final Cut Pro. But the number 2 app on the Mac App Store, Klack.
No.
Really?
Yes.
Are you kidding me?
It's higher than Magnet, higher than Pixelmator 4, higher than Wiper 2, which I think we've talked about. I think, Niléane, did you bring Wiper 2 at some point?
I did.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's number 6 on the App Store.
Oh, you're welcome, developers. I'm selling all your apps.
Seriously,
There you go.
this is like a who's who of apps Niléane has promoted on the show. Klack number 2, more popular than Final Cut Pro. Tough news for us.
It's not the case for me, but I think it's because I have the French Mac App Store.
Okay, yeah. On the American App Store on Friday, August 22nd, 2025, Klack dominating.
For me, Klack is in the 18th place. So that's
still pretty good.
Yeah.
But it's the Mac App Store. I mean, come on.
That could be one
Is anyone
download. That's
actually
true. That's
downloading
true.
stuff from the Mac App Store? That could be like 3 people. Like, let's be
Oh,
honest here for a
come
minute.
on.
It's not the iOS App Store. It
Wiper
could be like
212.
Yeah, Wiper 2, doing well. Anyway, I'm sorry. That I was holding my head because a Klack, unexpectedly, the third pillar of
Incredible
comfort zone.
app. Yes.
Yeah,
We had gone so long without mentioning it.
I
too.
know.
That's
And I'm
true.
sorry it was
Matt.
me.
That's information you probably could have kept to
No,
yourself.
it was too good. I had to share it.
Anyways, an actual good app, Focus Friend. I just I don't know. It's just clicking with me where these apps have never actually clicked with me before. I need to figure out the allow list because I've been using previously mentioned app Focused OS in order to block apps, which does have like all that timer stuff kind of built into it too. But again, it's just a clock. Like it's not as fun and whimsical as having a bean that's building their home office and knitting stuff while you work. Like there's just something about that whimsical level that's really interesting. And I saw Hank Green mention this is developed by one developer. Like this is one person, and I was just like, wow, that's really cool. There's some rough edges to it, but it's also a very new app, so I'm not freaking out. But
So the developer is also like the person who did all the art?
Yep.
I believe so.
Wow. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
Yeah. So I think they worked with Hank to kind of like, come up with the concept and stuff, but the developer is the one that did all the coding and design and stuff. So
Okay.
So yeah, that's Focus Friend, which should be Focus Buddy because I think that's a better name. But
I kind of disagree, by the way. I think Focus Friend.
Really?
Because there's the alliteration where the double F, I think works well. And Buddy, maybe that's my French language brain, but buddy, is that less gender neutral than friend?
No,
They're
I
similar.
think buddy is
Okay.
gender neutral. I don't.
I'd say
I've
buddy
never-
is slightly more male oriented.
Yeah.
really?
Friend is totally 50-50, but like
See,
Yeah.
like I'm one of those people that'd be like, "Hey, you guys," and use guys as kind of like a term for a group of people, not like dudes. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
But there's the
wrong person to
barrier,
ask.
like there's the oral and written barrier. Like when you write guys in a written thing, you see it as more male than neutral. Whereas when you say it out loud, I think it can be more often perceived as gender neutral.
Okay.
I think so. I'm
Interesting.
just theorizing.
Okay. Yeah.
this is the
No,
sort of thing you have to think about when you're the top app in the world.
Yeah,
That's fair. No, that's totally fair point. I absolutely like didn't think about it in that way. I was just like, I just was like, Focus Buddy seems more casual. But anyways, we're not even the developers of the app. It's not our app to name.
That's
So, anyways, yeah, that's that. Unless you guys have any questions on it, I've been having a lot of fun with this. I encourage everyone to just download and check it out, especially if you have ADHD and you struggle focusing. Like Niléane and I have both said, like, these apps didn't work for me in the past. The whimsicalness of this app is what makes it work for me.
Yeah. Same with me. I don't feel like I totally need this, but even for me, I enjoy kind of getting that bean knitting. And also, if you want to download this just to keep it at number one on the App Store so that Elon Musk can see that if you make an app that people actually want to use, then it can actually be number one in the App Store. I don't know. It's a thing.
Yeah, if you make an app that doesn't spew a bunch of well, anyways, moving on.
Yeah, cut to the bean 6 months from now, and it's got an AI that's going crazy.
You can also prove this point by downloading Klack on the Mac.
No.
Yes, Comfort
Absolutely.
Zone audience, go buy Klack on the U.S.
Yes.
App Store. Get it up
Matt,
to
what
number
are you
one.
saying?
I want the Comfort Zone bump to be real so I can use it to my
Yes.
benefit one day. And Klack
Exactly.
seems like my best horse to ride here.
Think like a businessman, Chris.
We're not getting a kickback from Klack, so
Yes,
That's
not
true.
yet. We are the number one Klack referrer, though. We got to be.
yeah,
We,
Oh.
Niléane.
Niléane, not me.
You brought it up today.
I know.
Anyways, let's move on. Matt, what do you got for us this week?
Okay, I have. You guys should see so many notes underneath my section for the show notes.
It's empty.
So, little peek behind the curtain. Matt and Niléane, when they write something, they'll just kind of like write like their top, like a teaser for their topic. Maybe Niléane might put like the product name if that's what she's covering, something like that. I sit here and write like my whole script. I write like so many bullet points of like everything I want to talk about for my topic. And these guys just like 1 point, 2 points maybe.
So I like that our audience doesn't necessarily know what we're going to talk about ahead of time, and I also like when you don't really know what we're going to talk about ahead of time. I think
I have a
that's fun.
guess. I have a guess.
Ooh, we'll find out. You're probably right. So my entire note that we have for this conversation is I have achieved email utopia for now.
There's no such thing.
I've heard this before.
There's temporary utopia. You'll never always be there, but you can be there for a bit.
Matt, I would like you to manage my email inbox for a week and tell me you have email utopia.
Listen, we all have our email problems, but not me anymore because Notion Mail has come to the iPhone, and I am very, very, very happy with it. It's so good. So here's the bottom line. Superhuman, my bugaboo, is my favorite email app, full stop. It is my favorite on the Mac. It is my favorite on the iPhone. It is my favorite on the iPad. But the sucker is $40 a month, and I will not pay it. So if it were $10 a month, I would pay it happily.
Well, I mean, as a cult, you have to pay into it. So
Obviously.
you're a member, not a
Obviously.
leader.
So if it was 10, even $20 a month, it is so good. And like the value it gets me for managing my email, especially like work email, which is just a whole other level from what I do personally, especially the last few months. It is worth every single penny.
$40 a month for an email app, and they're not hosting email. They're not doing any of the hosting.
No.
It's just an app. That is insane. Like, what are their costs other than the development of the app? Because they're not hosting.
It's AI cost. It used to be $30 a month, and they had to raise their price when they did more AI stuff. But anyway, what I'm saying is, if I could use anything with if I had unlimited budget, I would use Superhuman because it is the best. Notion Mail is the closest any other app has gotten to Superhuman, in my opinion, for my use cases, than anything else. It is super fast. It is super reliable. It syncs in ways Apple Mail could never dream of syncing. It is just delightful. The keyboard shortcuts are brilliant. Like it feels good to use. That's kind of the thing that I am looking for most in there's like this whole thing, not to get on a tangent, but like there's this whole thing with like trying to reinvent the email inbox. And now we're trying to like reinvent the web browser with AI. Just whatever one feels the best to use and lets me go fast is what I tend to gravitate towards. And Notion Mail feels very, very, very good to use, in my opinion. And the great part about it is it's free. Like actually free in the way that Notion is free. Like you can use basically all the features of Notion completely for free, and it's great. And with this,
I'm installing it now.
Yes. With this, you just sign in with your Notion account, and then you can, load your email up at Gmail only. Chris, I'm sorry. But
but you're going to tell me they have an iPad app as well, right? You're going to tell me it may be Gmail only, but they have an iPad app.
It is not on the iPad. It's on the other Apple platforms, just not that one. I mean, you could run it in a vertical window if you wanted.
Ugh.
So already
email app.
Already, what I really like about Notion Mail, there's no sight of liquid glass anywhere.
I was going to bring this up. It is the antithesis of liquid glass, and I don't think Notion's going to do any liquid glass.
I was just going to say, the way Notion is developed, it's like one app for everywhere. Like they're not going to do liquid glass. Absolutely not.
Yeah, and it's their design language. It looks the same everywhere. It feels the same everywhere. Like they have their own aesthetic, and they're not going to turn it into glass. It would make no sense for their kind of interface. So if you are opposed to liquid glass, don't worry about it. It's not coming to Notion Mail anytime soon. But it does. I don't really know how many things I have to say about the app itself. It has all the normal email things. You can write emails. You can reply to them. You can swipe to archive. You can customize the swipe actions a bit. I know. It does search. It kind of piggybacks off Gmail's kind of built-in search.
This is my thing with email clients. How good is the search? Because I don't know how many emails I have, but right now in my inbox or in my various folders and stuff like that I use for filtering, I have over 1,300 unread emails. So how good is the search?
So far, so good. Like it's instant for me. I just tried it.
Yeah. I mean, it says I think it is literally just using Gmail's kind of native search via the Gmail API, and Gmail search is quite good, I think. So
yeah. Okay, Matt, I have a question.
Okay,
I'm live testing it right now.
This is great.
Yes, I've not tried it on a Mac, so I'm just discovering Notion Mail via the iOS app. Where are the labels?
The labels are when you go into one, you can hit the three dots and then add and then there's a edit labels, and you can add your labels there.
Okay, so you can add labels here, but where do you see all your labels?
Where do you see all your labels?
If I want to go look at a label.
Oh, that's interesting. So...
Oh, okay, I think I found it. Okay, it's in the sidebar.
This is riveting.
But this is very important for a Gmail client, how they handle the labels.
I wouldn't know. I don't have Gmail.
Okay, it's weird how they're doing labels. Because you basically, there's a label entry in the sidebar. You click on that, and then all your labels are in a horizontal scrolling list at the top of the screen, which I have a million labels, so it's a bit hard to navigate.
Interesting. Yeah,
I will
I don't
explore.
use that
I will
a ton.
explore.
You should explore. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this brings me to the cost. I did say it was free, but you can, of course, upgrade. And so the upgrade here is, I mean, you can guess what the upgrade. What do you think you would pay extra for Notion Mail?
AI stuff.
AI stuff, yeah. So you can get AI features in this, and so the AI features are not crazy, but they're kind of what I would want. So the first one is auto labels. So you can create rules basically, so you can describe something so that when an email comes in that matches that description, it can create a label for you. So an example is at work, we are working on projects, we're working on things. And so I can create a label that kind of describes the project and some of the keywords that might be in there. And even if the person isn't like, it's not like a Gmail rule. It's not like a specific sender or a specific keyword in it. Like if they are generally talking about this thing, I can still label it as that project, which is very, very nice. You can do all sorts of ones. I have, when I was using this last year, when the desktop app came out, I created one for reader feedback that would tag things that were feedback from like viewers or readers or something. I had one for receipts to kind of filter those as well. But so that's one thing. The other thing is AI Writer that helps you kind of compose emails, which is really nice, especially for like if you are like me and you procrastinate replying to emails because you can't think of the right words. Superhuman does this as well. Basically, you can type out, here's what I'm trying to say, and then it will format it into a nice email. And I find this very, very helpful. So I like this quite a bit. However, and this is very funny because I was recording my YouTube video for this morning, and I was going to upgrade to Pro live during the recording just for fun. And like, what's $10? Because it was $10 last year for this upgrade. Not anymore.
Oh no.
The Notion AI upgrade is $24 per month.
Whoa!
Or $20 per month if you pay
now.
yearly. So we're basically at superhuman numbers at that point.
Is that okay? That upgrade, that $24 a month, is that for all of Notion or just Notion Mail?
It does apply to all of Notion. So
okay.
I don't know if Calendar does any AI things, but yeah, if you use Notion itself, then you would also get the AI features over there. But yeah.
So disclosure, I should mention, a few months ago, Notion did sponsor me to talk about the Notion AI stuff. And I think this was before they hiked the price, because I think it was just like $10 a month.
It must be, because it was $10 and I was like, oh, that's a no-brainer. That's the price I said Superhuman I would pay for. This is great.
So I think that was way back then. But I actually really did like the Notion AI stuff. And one feature in particular was you could describe what you want your Notion page to be. So I could be like, hey, I want an expense tracking page, and I need to be able to list the item. I need to be able to list how much it costs. I need to be able to attach receipts, and it would build out that page for you automatically, which is pretty cool because like there's like a whole like culture of like, I could build these complex Notion pages for you, but you're going to give me $1,000, or I'm just making up a number. But like that, it is kind of cool for like somebody that's just like, hey, I just need this like thing, and you could be as specific as you want and it'll build it for you. And I actually really did like that feature.
Nice. Yeah. So if you like it, you can pay for it, but it is more expensive than I expected, which is a bummer. So I'm just using the free version of Notion Mail, and honestly, it's quite good. The AI assistance with replies would be the thing I would want most, but not for $24 a month.
It's insane. All of these apps are adding AI stuff, raising their prices, and like building in the models and all that stuff. But a lot of people are also paying for ChatGPT or Gemini or whatever. Whereas like it's like there needs to, and I know everybody wants this lock-in effect and stuff like that, but there really needs to be a way of, I'm using Notion, let me log into ChatGPT and use that API to build my tables or whatever.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to pay $24 or $25 a month or whatever for a bunch of different apps to have essentially the same AI model being used between all of them.
Yeah. Or local models getting good enough that you don't need to pay for it. But yeah.
So the thing about Notion Mail is the views, right? You can create views.
You can create
your
views.
Inbox.
Yeah.
And so I think what's happening is you can't create them in the mobile app, but I'm guessing if you create them on
They do.
desktop app, they will sync over, right?
Yes. Yeah. So you can create separate views. So you can say, like, if it has a certain label, put it in this view. And it's kind of like a split inbox sort of thing with your own rules. But yes, all the management happens on the desktop app, and then the mobile app syncs with that. But you can't set those rules there.
So, I could probably fix the issues with the labels this way.
Yeah. The last thing I'll say as a quick tease, which I don't think I can talk about the app itself yet, and it wouldn't really be fair to, but stupid blowout. But I do have MimeStream in beta on the iPhone. It is real.
Now, Matt, I have 2 questions for you. Does it support IMAP?
Yes. No. Gmail.
So actually, and is there an iPad app?
Technically, Chris, you can add other. Can you still do that? You can add another IMAP email account to your Gmail account.
Can you really?
No, maybe not. I'm imagining things. I thought that there was a way to do that. Maybe not. Maybe that was still POP 3.
I have a feeling.
Wow.
After the beta periods, I'm going to be migrating my email to Google Business because, I'm tired of not being able to use these cool email clients and stuff.
You
like,
have FOMO.
It sucks.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, I cover apps for a living, and like, there's a whole swath of like up and coming apps that I can't do anything with because the one Gmail address I have is set up to forward all the mail to my actual email address that I use. I mean, obviously I have a Gmail address because I have a YouTube channel. You have to have those 2 things, but all the email that comes to that Gmail address gets just forwarded to my regular email. So,
I'm at the point where I have 6 Gmail addresses.
Oh, God.
I have so many
when
Gmails.
I include work, like all the email addresses for work and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So MimeStream on the Mac is great because you can group accounts into profiles. That's amazing.
Yep.
That's why I've been loving it.
One of my favorite moments was it would have been December 20th, 2020 was the day I got to delete the second email account off all my devices, all my work email, all my day job email. I got to delete that, and I went down to 1 email account on all my devices.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
So that's my email utopia.
I like it. I mean, utopia asterisk. It's not going to last. All right. You guys ready to get in the challenge?
Yes, please.
Niléane, it was yours. What did you have us do?
My challenge was get your partner to modify your iPhone's home screen. You cannot give them any instructions, and you have to live with their modifications for the rest of the week. And I asked you guys off the air if you could provide before and after screenshots so we can compare what your partner did to your home screen with what you had before. Should I go first?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so mine is a weird story because you can click the link in the show notes. It's one screenshot combining the before and after. And so on the right is the before, on the left is after. And I have some explaining to do.
Yeah, you do, because I already see something that means you didn't live with this for the whole week.
Wait, what? Why?
So down in your dock, you have MimeStream in your dock.
Yeah, that was Yes, that was the mail app.
And I know when you got the beta, you did not get that beta a week ago. You did not live with this home screen for a week.
Because I changed one icon?
Yeah, I didn't touch anything.
Okay, sure.
But the challenge was live with it for a week.
So where there was Mime Stream in the dock, yes, there was the mail app until I got into the beta. Yes.
Shame.
Oh my God. Okay. Anyway, so you can see that my home screen in the before screenshot, it was already very different from the last time you saw my home screen, I believe. I've been living for a few weeks with folders, 8 folders on my home screen, and that's it, and 4 apps in the dock. And I've been doing this because I use too many apps, and it was becoming really hard to choose what I need the most on my home screen, and I only want one page. So I decided to go all in on folders. I used the same kind of grouping methodology that I had before the app library arrived. So basically, there's a folder for messaging apps, another for social media, another for media, another for work stuff, another for transit. So I've been pretty happy with this, and a fantastical widget in the middle, weather at the top, as well as a photos widget. My partner, what they did is interesting. Basically, they added a bunch of widgets that I would not have never added, including the sundial one, which is a cute app that I've had for a while, that I've had for a long time. And my cat just opened the door. She does this. She just opens the door. So sundial, Doppler, which is my music player. I don't see a use for a music player widget. I don't get it, because when you're playing music, it's on your lock screen anyway. It's in a dynamic island. It feels like I'm adding duplicates, another duplicate of a music player on my screen. But anyway, they added the journal widget from the Apple's journal app, the one that gives you prompts, daily prompts, ideas to journal about. They did this because they know I like to journal, but I don't really like to use the journal app. They added the Castro widget, which is my podcast player of choice these days, and then a weird selection of apps. So no folders, a weird selection of apps. Clock, okay. I have a widget on my lock screen that allows me to set alarms easily directly from the home screen. So I don't really need the clock on my home screen, but okay. Apple Maps, which is strange. I mean, it's okay. It's a good app, but it's not really good for and reliable when you're looking up opening hours of anything, at least here in France. They added the Files app, Arc. So I'm using Arc as my default browser on the phone. I have for a few weeks because it syncs with Arc on the desktop. My voice is going, guys. And FanPay, my Mastodon client that I talked about a couple episodes ago. It just opens a web app in the browser. Signal, what's that? The voice recorder? I don't know what it's called in English anymore.
Voice memos?
Voice memos, yes.
Oh, yeah.
They added this. I don't know why. They explain that, hey, you can record voice messages in advance and forward them to multiple contacts at once. I think that was a troll because I hate voice messages. And so
Thank you.
Yeah.
You just became my favorite European.
And the most baffling addition is the phone app. I was like, why do I need the phone app? And they said, because it's a phone, so you need the phone app. So, okay, sure. And they got rid of the settings app in my dock. I really liked having the settings app in my dock. But they kept Discord, the messages app, which are very important to me. I think it's decent, but I hate it because so many things are missing.
It's decent, but I hate it.
Yes, but so many things are missing. So yeah. What do you guys think?
I mean, the layout of it looks nice, but yeah, I'm with you. Like files and phone and clock on the home screen of your iPhone. I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about settings on the home screen in the dock.
Yeah, settings in the dock on the before is
Guys,
a choice.
I know. I tried it a few weeks ago when I redid my home screen with the folders and stuff. I think it's amazing because let's face who we are. We are nerds who check up on beta updates every week, who check up on settings all the time for small things all the way up to bigger things. We live in this app, and we just because we don't want to appear like the big nerds that we are, we don't want to admit this to ourselves. But if you do it like me and add the settings app to your dock, you will see that it's really nice to have it just right there all the time instead of having to search for it.
Okay. I will admit I am the sort of nerd who every Monday during the summer goes at noon my time is when the betas come out. So I will go to the settings app and do that. However, one thing I think is really great is when you swipe down on your home screen, it kind of like the recommendations are based on like your history. So my phone knows that on Monday at noon, when I pull down, it's going to show the settings app first and foremost. So that's how I open it once a week.
Yep.
Okay.
Same.
But I respect it. Like the first thing I do whenever I buy a new app or a new game is go into the settings before I do anything else. So I appreciate the love of settings.
Thank you.
Doc is aggressive, but I appreciate it.
Yeah.
So I will revert very soon as we're done. They were kind enough to leave my home screen intact in a hidden page.
Oh, that's good.
Because they realized that resetting up all those folders would be a hassle.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, this is how you find out if your partner is mad at you or not. Because if they were really mad at you, they would have deleted all of that.
Yeah. Yes. And final thing, you will have noticed that my phone is in French now.
I did notice that.
I did notice. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a thing I'm trying to do. Like, hey, I will just say, because this is not the topic right now, but it feels very comfortable to have a device in your own language. Like, I missed that. It's been a couple years since the last time I used my phone in French. Feels very comfortable, and now it sticks out like a sore thumb when I see an app that's not been localized.
Fantastic.
Looking at you, Castro. Looking at you, Sundial, and others. Doppler is localized, by the way.
Nice.
I think we've talked about that.
Maybe, yeah.
Okay, this is good. I honestly I thought the folders might have been the adjusted one at first. I wasn't actually sure what your home screen looked like, and I have not seen the folders one. But yeah, I think the Castro and Apple Music or Doppler widgets on the home screen is reason enough to go back. That's 8 app icons taken up by 2 2 audio things. Come on.
Absolutely. All right. Who wants to go next?
Matt, you're next up in doc.
All right. So I brought this challenge to my wife, and she is, well, first she was like, what is this podcast? What even, okay.
Danielle said the same thing.
She's like, I don't understand what you guys do. But then she kind of looked at my phone for a little bit, and she wasn't inspired. But what did inspire her was to make me use one of my other phones as a whole new home screen. So I've been using the Google Pixel 7. Chris, don't even start.
Is that that wasn't the challenge?
This
That was
is
not the
way
challenge.
outside the bounds of this challenge.
This is what so far out the bounds. It's not even the challenge.
No. Let me go back to this. Where's the challenge? New challenge. Get your partner to modify your iPhone's home screen. Yes, the iPhone home screen is gone. It is out the window.
Because you're using a different device. They didn't modify your iPhone's home screen.
The second line is, I cannot give them any instructions, and you have to live with their modifications.
Your partner, your wife, did not follow the instructions of the challenge.
I couldn't give them to her.
I sat there and I read the challenge, the instructions of the challenge, the actual challenge.
Yeah.
I read it verbatim, and I was like, I cannot give you any more than this. This is the challenge, and I read it for verbatim to Danielle. Your wife did not follow the instructions of the challenge.
Well, then I wasted a week.
Like husband, like wife, cannot follow rules.
So I've been using no liquid glass on this phone. So, you know.
That's good.
Also, your before picture has a wallpaper image that I believe came out after.
Listen. I forgot all parts of this challenge. That I forgot to take a screenshot on Friday last week. I didn't take it until today.
Also,
obviously,
took my screenshots today.
Everything, yes. I did notice the time was exactly the same on yours as well. So, but yes, the only difference on mine was that I had, again, Apple Mail in the dock instead of Notion Mail. But look at the legibility here. Look at how easy it is to read the text on an opaque
like
background. It's I mean, listen, it doesn't look as fancy as liquid glass when it looks really good, but like, I think there's something here with I'm on the beta of whatever the new Android version is that's coming out that does have the new Material Expressive. I've seen, I think it's Stephen Troughton Smith on Mastodon has posted quite a bit about how he doesn't understand how Material Expressive is remotely sane. He thinks it's madness. Doesn't understand why some people seem to like it. I like it. I like the fun, like the like volume sliders that have like a squiggle line for part of it. Like, I don't know. I feel like we should have more fun with tech, and I think there's definitely more whimsy here. Like if liquid glass, like you can really see it. Hopefully you can see these screenshots. But like my iPhone is glassed up right now, and and the Android one is just much more flat, much more minimal. You can't tell it from the home screens as much, but it's a very different aesthetic. So I've been using it. I actually have a visible eSIM that I've been using for the week as well, so that I can go out with just this and still be connected to the world. Obviously, I've been sending you guys messages through iMessage, so haven't been using that for this, but yeah, it's fine. I'm just not an Android guy. I'm an iOS guy. But yeah, totally new home screen. Totally new home screen.
But not a modified iPhone home screen.
It is modified in that it is in my pocket most of the time.
Niléane, you are the challenge issuer. How do you feel about how Matt's wife handled this?
Like, if we are standing in France, Matt is standing in Moscow. He's way outside.
It doesn't have to be
the
Moscow.
Bounds. Vladivostok. I don't know, the opposite end of the continent. However, I will agree with everything you said about the design of Android, the direction in which it's been moving. I really like it, and I've been playing with it on a friend's. They have a Pixel 8a, I believe, 9a. I don't know which one. A Pixel something A, and yeah, it's really so. It's not the latest iteration of Material U, but even the one they got, I think it's very fun, very colorful, and like Steve on Mastodon and other people have said that it looks very confusing in some places. The way that they've added motion and some fun design quirks, and I disagree. I think like even if the progress bar, it doesn't make sense that it's a squiggle, but you still understand very clearly that it's
very
progress
clear.
bar.
Yeah.
You understand very clearly where is the thumb in the middle of that progress bar. Controls are very clear as well. You can see you see I'm highlighting something here. Like, even though the design that they've gone with is very quirky, very strange in places, very innovative even, it's still very clear and legible and readable, and this is very refreshing, because when I compared my friend's phone to my phone running the beta, I was like, I'm missing out here. My notifications are freaking mess compared to this. So yes.
How is it that every topic today has turned into complaining about liquid glass?
I will not rest until justice is restored.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, yeah.
The tragedy of Android, though, is that developers, however many developers we think will adopt liquid glass, we said Notion probably won't, but most will. Almost no apps on Android use material design like natively. Like, they all do their own custom things. So like, you only see this like joy in the native, like Google's kind of own apps. Most other apps, the Mastodon app does it, I know, but like almost every app on this phone is not using this, which is very, very frustrating.
Yeah.
Chris is like, who cares? It wasn't the time.
This is not the challenge. Okay.
This is not the challenge at all. Nope.
So what happened, Chris?
So I told Danielle about this. So when we recorded on last Friday, she wasn't feeling well. So she was like, I explained to her after challenge, or after we recorded, I explained the challenge. She's like, okay, can I do this tomorrow when I'm feeling better? I was like, sure, fine.
The challenge even in that recording, right away, but okay.
No, okay. even in that recording, you can go back and listen to it. And Niléane said, it can be a couple of days afterwards.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
And Danielle was really sick that Friday, so I was like, I don't want to push her on this. So we get to the day, and she's like, okay, what do I have to do? And I read the challenge in our document. I read the challenge verbatim, and I was like, I cannot give you any more instructions, which was in there. I was like, I cannot tell you any more. So for a little bit of background, she does nothing to her iPhone. Nothing at all. She has the setting to where when she downloads a new app, it just gets added to the home screen. She has 6 pages of apps, and you can literally tell in which order she's downloaded apps, because it's just the newest one is the last one on there, and the first one was on the first page. Like, she literally does nothing. She has one widget, and it's the battery widget. She does absolutely nothing. The only thing I think I've ever seen her do is change her wallpaper. That's it. I've never seen her do anything else. She does not care about this.
This is what my wife does as well.
She doesn't, and it's not like she uses Spotlight to open stuff. No, she just knows where stuff is out of the 6 pages. It's absolutely wild. So I put 4 images. Sorry, I should have combined them into one image for you guys, but I didn't. So if you open up the old ones, you could see this beautiful photo that I took with the big glass clock, which is one of my favorite features on the lock screen. And I included the lock screen because it is important to this. And then
she also did the lock screen.
So it kind of like it was kind of like a bystander, a side effect of it. And then you could see my home screen. It's all dark mode. It's all nice. I absolutely love this.
Your images are faxing in for me. I can't see.
Yeah, I don't know why you, yeah. But then if you go into the new one, the new lock screen, she changed my wallpaper.
I can't
and if
see.
You know something,
I want to see.
I should wait for Niléane.
Matt is muted, by the way.
Shoot.
I don't know how long he's been muted.
It's a kitty cat on the lock screen.
Is it? It's not loading at all for me. Yeah, sorry. I don't know why. I should have preloaded it.
With portrait mode. One of the ears is covering the clock a little bit. It's got yellow eyes.
Oh, this seems very nice, and I can't see it.
Wi-Fi calling is enabled. Battery's at 52%.
Okay, one has loaded in, and I don't know which one it is. Okay, so.
Okay, I just texted you the new ones.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
I can't wait.
Did you get them?
No.
They're an iMessage. Oh.
There they are.
Am I connected to the internet? Yes. Okay, that's the new one.
Yes, the two I just sent an iMessage, they're the new ones.
Okay, I will try to load up. I've got everything now.
Okay,
I'm connected to the internet. You can go on.
So the thing Danielle did to my iPhone was devastating. And I, unlike the two of you, did not modify it at all week. I did not change wallpapers. I did not change app icons or placements or anything like that. Absolutely devastated my iPhone. So she changed my wallpaper to a picture of her cat, which just does not fit my look that I go for at all. And it's just completely thrown me off because it has a very judgmental look on it. I feel like every time I pick up my iPhone, I'm being judged. She created a new wallpaper. So my big clock was gone. My calendar widget at the top of the lock screen, which I use a lot, was gone. And then we get to the home screen. She left the blurred wallpaper image feature on, which I actually appreciated that because that would have looked horrible if she would have turned off the blur. But she tinted my icons. She didn't do anything to the icon placement. All the icons and widgets are in the same place because she really didn't know what to do. Honestly, most of the apps on my phone, I don't even think she knows what they are. So she was like, I don't want to break your phone, but she put a purple tint over everything. And let me tell you, that purple tint goes over everything. It's not just the home screen, but it's the app library and settings as well. So for me, I'm the kind of person that I know what an app is based off the colors. Like I can just quickly find Overcast or quickly find settings or quickly find whatever based on the colors. Like I know my app icons. I have not been able to use my phone all week because I can't find anything anymore. It's just a purple mess to me. And the other thing I forgot to mention is because she created a new lock screen image, you know that thing where if you hold down on the lock screen, it goes in the edit mode and you can create a new one. She created a new one of those. So it was left in light mode. So all the notifications that were coming in were in light mode. So they were all different app icons. So I didn't know what anything was on my phone this whole week. It's just been absolutely devastating.
This is a big change.
Purple is a choice.
Yeah, she likes purple. It's rough.
But it doesn't go with the wallpaper.
Oh, no.
That's not a part of this.
But I lived with it for a week.
Okay,
and
well done.
I am literally changing it back right now. I'm doing it on the air. Challenge is over. I'm changing it back. Oh, I missed you, my perfect home screen. Oh, look at that. That's just perfect.
Yeah. I will say you've done a good job with your normal home screen, especially with getting the clock to go just below the horizon so that it looks like it's
it's nice.
And I did that. So the clock isn't as big as you can absolutely make it. I made it just slightly smaller. So just the horizon's just peeking over it.
It's nice.
We appreciate your commitment to the bit. The all purple, I think the all purple is good. I think the trouble with the photo is that it's a low light photo with kind of a yellowish hue or cast. So it's not the best for a wallpaper, in my opinion.
Yeah. Oh no, it's definitely not. But she wanted to make Blair, her cat, my wallpaper image.
Yeah.
And I was just
nice.
she was gonna she originally made it a photo of her and the cat, but I reminded her that screenshots will be in the show notes, and she changed it. So, yeah.
What can we say? I think it's fine. The end result, it looks fine, but I agree with you. There's something is really wrong with the way Apple is doing tinting.
I hate the tinting. I don't like the clear. I don't like the color tints. I can't find anything. I cannot find anything.
It is strange that it applies system-wide. It even applies to things in the settings app, right?
Yep.
Sections.
The settings. So if you go into the app section and stuff, it's all there too.
Yeah, that's strange. Why do they do that?
Because it can also adopt dark mode or light mode too. So it's trying to be like consistent.
Yeah.
Which I think makes sense. I think that's the right choice, but I don't think the tenting and the clear icons are very good. Oh my gosh, it was literally, I just did not use my phone this week. Luckily, I don't go anywhere, so it wasn't that big of a deal, but I think I went 2 places this whole week. One was Costco and one was to dinner. So like, I was like, whatever, I don't need it. So, I've been working off my iPad. Thank God you didn't say like change your primary device or something like that, because that would have been devastating.
Okay, well done.
You can change your primary device, though. You never know where a challenge is going to take you.
I think I just gave you an idea, and I'm not looking forward to that. All right. So,
all right.
Anything else on this, or should we get to my challenge for the week?
No, nothing else. Well done, guys.
All right.
I mean, not Matt,
it is
yeah.
I mean, Matt definitely didn't follow the rules. Like a whole new edit your iPhone home screen. Couldn't be more clear.
Edit is not the word. You are changing the words.
Modify your iPhone home screen.
Yeah.
Sorry, I used a synonym.
Swapped out a whole new. Well, I'm just saying, if we're being particular.
I didn't have it in front of me. Get your partner to modify your iPhone's home screen.
And you can't tell them. You can't
Chris?
limit them.
That's not that. But anyways, let's get to the new challenge. We agree Matt lost. Okay. So my challenge for you guys is kind of going to be an exercise. I want us to come to the show next week and pitch a whole new Apple product line, a whole new product lineup. This cannot be a touchscreen Mac. This cannot be an iPhone without liquid glass.
These feel targeted.
Has to. Yeah, exactly. I thought about this. I knew exactly what you both would do, and I was like, nope, I'm going to put this in there. Cannot be a touchscreen Mac. Has to be a whole new product line. So maybe like Apple makes a game console or something like that. That would be boring, and that's just the example. But cannot be a product line Apple is currently in. So it can't be headphones. It can't be phones. It can't be tablets, computers. It's got to be a whole new product line. So I just want us to come and pitch a whole new product line, and maybe get Apple to make something new and give us some money.
Can the new product line be without liquid glass?
I mean, yes, technically, as long as it's a new product. It has to be a new product. You can't be like, oh, it's an iPhone, it's a phone, but it doesn't have liquid glass, and we call it the U phone or something like that. It can't be that. It has to be a whole new product line. It can't be something you cannot go to apple.com and order something related to it from Apple. So it can't be like a VR headset. It can't be, a phone. It can't be a tablet. It can't be a Mac. Can't be headphones. Can't be a charger.
Can it be a thing they've previously made but no longer make?
I would say yes, because they once made a game console and that did not go well. If you want to pitch a new PDA, you could.
They made a camera even.
They did make a camera.
Okay.
So I would say yes, but it has to be a new product line.
Okay.
All right. Cool.
Can we establish like some kind of standard, like a bullet point, a bullet list of things that it should feature? Like maybe we come up with the name.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, I like that. Like, come up with the name and maybe like a range, like like kind of how like there's the iPad Air, and the iPad Pro, and like maybe like the feature differences and stuff like that. I like this. Okay, I will put that in the document. I will, as soon as we finish recording, I'll write all that out so we have it in the document. All right, well, that just brings us to the end of the show. And as always, I have an end of the show question for you guys. And we got one submitted to us in the feedback form. Thank you so much to everyone that's submitting questions. I really appreciate it. We can use more. Please send in your end of the show questions. They are the hardest thing I have to come up with every single week. I really appreciate it.
I like that we're begging every week for
I just appreciate it because we've been getting some interesting ones from people.
Yes,
so if there's something you want to know about us, write in feedback form in the description or show notes or wherever you're watching. But this one was from Trash Pandas 71. I believe that is their given Christian name. If you could change something about your desk setup right now, what would it be and why?
Hmm.
I know what I would change.
Okay, I know. Go ahead.
Go for it.
I would change my audio interface. The
Okay.
Elgato Wave XLR is killing me these days. I would get the Mo 2 M2 or something like that. So one of those that's been in my Amazon basket for weeks.
Nice. Matt, what do you got?
I had an answer, and you guys were going to veto it as not following the rules. My answer is I want a second desk for all my PC and gaming stuff, but that's a sec. As we know, you can't have a second; it has to be modified.
If you could change something about your desk setup,
it would be to have 2 desks. But
I think it works. Yes,
I actually do. Actually, I'm like thinking it through. I'm like, yeah, it kind of does work.
My safe answer is I would like someone to take care of my cable management for me. I don't want to do it myself, but my cable management needs some work, so I would.
You pay for my flight ticket, I will do it.
Yeah,
Okay.
same.
Okay.
My visa as well. You pay for my lawyer to get me out of jail when I'm stopped at the border. All of that, and I will come and do it.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. It might be cheaper for me, but whatever. I think for me, so my big annoyance right now is with the studio display. We talked about this with Matt's challenge because the black levels are just not good. Like I'm having such a hard time color grading on this monitor now. Just because when it came out, it was fine. It was fine when it came out. But now I have this iPad right next to it with an OLED display that has perfect black levels. And it's not that the black levels shifted on the studio display. It's that the black levels are perfect on the iPad display and they're right next to each other. And I'm just like, I want this, but bigger. So I would probably either go with like a fancy OLED monitor, but then it's not Retina. So I think I would probably go with a Pro Display XDR, even though it's completely outdated, but at least it has mini LED, so the contrast levels are going to be much better than the studio display.
That's a good upgrade.
Yeah, I think that's what I would get. And I would include the $1,000 stand because
it would actually be cheaper for me to fly both of you to me and back than to buy that one monitor.
That's true.
So mine's a cheaper fix.
Here's a pitch for a new Apple product 9 that I will not be submitting next week, of course, but you could do you remember the big loop that you could have on top of Game Boy Colors?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you could have that for your MacBook Pro screen, so that you get all the advantages of your great MacBook Pro screen, but just blown up. iPad Pro, screen, and just blown up right in front of your face.
That's interesting.
I mean, I do wear reading glasses, so I kind of already have that effect.
Man.
Yeah, just thicker glasses then. Way thicker.
All right. Well, that just about brings us to the end of the show. Thank you all so much for listening. And a huge thank you to Mac Stories for having us. We are a Mac Stories podcast. Go check out all the other readings and podcasts and all the other stuff that's going over there. I said readings. I meant writings. I don't know. My brain's fried.
Yeah.
I've been talking a lot. I needed to go take a break. It's Mario Kart time. Thank you all so much for listening. Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.